it is absolutely important that you have the knowledge to serve your country and your people.
Mandela was educated at the University of Fort Hare and later at the University of Witwatersrand, qualifying in law in 1942. He became heavily involved with the African National Congress. In 1952, Mandela became one of the ANC's deputy presidents. By the late 1950s, faced with increasing government discrimination, Mandela, his friend Oliver Tambo, and others began to move to the ANC in a more radical direction. In 1956, Mandela went on trial for treason. The court case lasted 5 years and ended with Mandela being acquitted. Mandela was placed in jail for 27 years. Mandela and other ANC leaders were tried for plotting to overthrow the government by violence. The following year, Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment. He was held in Robben Island Prison off the coast of Cape Town and later in Hallsmoor Prison on the mainland. During his years in prison, he became an international symbol of resistance to apartheid. In 1990, the South African government responded to internal and international pressure and released Mandela, at the same time lifting the ban against the ANC. In 1991, Mandela became the ANC's leader. In 1998, he was married for the third time to Graça Machel, the widow of the president of Mozambique. Mandela's second wife, Winnie, whom he married in 1958 and divorced in 1996, remains a controversial anti-apartheid activist. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize together with F.W. de Klerk, then President of South Africa, in 1993. The following year, South Africa held its first multiracial election, and Mandela was elected its first black president. In 1997, he stepped down as ANC's leader, and in 1999, his presidency of South Africa came to an end. In 2004, Mandela announced his retirement from public life. Although his charitable work continued, on the 29th August 2007, a permanent salute to him was unveiled in the Parliament Square of London. He died on the 5th of December 2013 at age 95. Mandela was a major part of the apartheid in South Africa. South Africa was colonized by the English and Dutch in the 17th century. English domination of the Dutch descendants, known as the Boers or Afrikaners, resulted in the Dutch establishing the new colonies of Orange Free State and Transvaal. The discovery of diamonds in these lands around 1900 resulted in the English invasion, which sparked the Boer War. Following independence from England, an uneasy power sharing between the two groups held sway until the 1940s, when the Afrikaner National Party was able to gain a strong majority. Strategists and the National Party invented apartheid as means to cement their control over the economic and social system. Initially, aim of the apartheid was to maintain white domination while extending racial separation. Starting in the 60s, a plan of grand apartheid was executed, emphasizing territorial separation and police repression. With the enactment of apartheid laws in 1948, racial discrimination